What's up, everybody? Bricks here, back in 2026 for a new video. I want to start this video off by apologizing for taking so freaking long. I took some time off to focus on myself, and a lot of stuff happened, and it ended up taking longer than I wanted to. But I'm back. I do plan to continue uploading at the schedule I set in my first video. And so today, here we have a Prime. I know this doesn't really look like your traditional Prime, but this is my AU Prime. My AU is called the Dethroned AU. And in my AU, this is what makes up a prime, or one of the Earth primes. Three components. We'll start with the core robot. This little space telescope. The simple little satellite. The transparent pieces are meant to represent solar panels. Get some nice gold and gray coloring. Bit of blue and yellow at the back for some boosters. For his transformation, start with fold out the front prongs, fold them down, and they will also fold back to form like these digitigrade legs. Take these, rotate them down and around, like so. Put them up, put this around, up again, fold over the head. And this is the Corebot Sonar. Sonar's original figure was taken from a creator set. It was much more simple, and he couldn't stand. Eventually, I did take that old figure apart, and recently I revamped him. The main portion of the telescope actually ends up embedded in his chest. I like that detail. The solar panel bits fold into his arms and legs. And he has some decent articulation. Head can't really rotate, but it looks the same all the way around. He can look up, can't look down. Shoulders can go in and out. Full 360. Bicep rotation. And then a little over 90, an over 90 degrees bend at the elbow. Bends 90 degrees in the other direction. The legs, move the arm out of the way. They can go out that far. They go forwards, not really backwards, and then you have a knee bend that bends 90 degrees in both directions. Oh, and you have a swivel here. It's a bit loose. But yeah, all in all, he's actually a pretty decent, compared to the original model, he's much better. Yeah, so we'll get into the second of the components, this little rover. This is one of the prime components. There are two of them, if it wasn't obvious. This is roller here. This is the dethroned roller. He has a little claw. This is meant to be a camera, and he does have an attack mode. These two things fold into cannons. Now, unlike Sonar, Prime components don't have a robot mode. So he's just kind of here. And then we'll get to one of my least favorite components, Cosmos. Cosmos is not all of this. He's actually just this, the space shuttle. From this angle, it looks okay. But if you turn it around, you'll notice the cockpit is really high up due to transformation. This is why he's my least favorite, because of how it looks. But again, just a simple little space shuttle. But these three idiots all combine together. Start with Cosmos. You want to flip the cockpit all the way out. Then you want to come to this section, split the wings, flip them out. We'll do this leg, or wing. Flip this around, and then flip it here at this, fold it down, fold this back like so. That forms a leg. You just do the same thing here. It popped off, I'm gonna use it popped off. Yeah, there are the legs. Now for the torso, start with leave the head where it is. Take these bits, rotate them like this, and fold them back. Up, rotate them 90 degrees to the left or right, fold them back. Take the legs and fold them up, like flip them to the side. Fold this up, fold this up. That will expose the head. And then coming to the leg section, this gray piece here will peg into this white bracket here. Pop that on, and then you fold up the cockpit. For the arms, take roller, flip the treads out, grip him by the middle, split him in half. Fold this back up. Here's the truck portion. Start with, you're going to want to flip them straight and out. Flip them like this. Fold these two treads up, but you want to fold them at a slight angle. And they actually stick out a little bit. This arm, you want to fold the treads straight down. Flip this around and flip the cheese loop around. And then that will peg on to the solar panel here and form an arm. The other component, you're going to want to flip it like this, with this red piece facing up. Take this piece, rotate it, and fold it back. Fold the claw down. Take this piece, rotate it like so, and rotate this black clip piece, and rotate the camera. And this is really cool. It folds over the cannon and becomes his other arm. And that pegs onto the other side. And here we have Stellarus Prime in his robot mode. This is so cool. I'm so proud of this. He looks amazing. This is probably the mode where he looks the best. Roller and Cosmos do a great job. Sonar himself just plugs right on. Really simple, but also really effective. Articulation, he doesn't really have any head articulation due to transformation. Arms can go out here. They're on this. They can go out like that. You do have rotation, but it's at a weird angle. The arms can go in and out here. You have under 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. This hand can flip and then wrist rotation. This hand unfolds for like a cannon. The claw has 2 hinges and 2 points of rotation as well. Nothing at the waist due to how it transforms. The legs can go out that far. They can go back that far and forward that far due to this. You do get a rotation here. You get a low knee bend here. And then you get a pretty high up ankle tilt as well. So when it comes to articulation, he's not exactly the worst figure I've ever made, but he's also not the greatest. Now we come to this thing. This is the first ever Transformers upgrade kit I have designed. It transforms into a launch pad for Cosmos. However, that's not the only thing it can do. Start with, remove the command tower, set it off to the side, and remove this arm piece. Then you're going to want to pull this section off, set these panels to the side, and then split this. So you have a bunch of components. For these bits, you want to fold up the wings like so. Fold that up there. Now we bring in Stellaris, who fell over. Start with, to attach the upgrade kit, these are going to peg on at these 3 anti-studs here. Or no, the 2 anti-studs in the middle. These are going to beef up his legs, form like combat boots. This piece is going to plug onto this arm here. This one is going to plug onto the back of this arm. The ramp piece plugs on underneath this bracket here. It's better if you attach that before the combat boots. And finally, this piece. This piece is actually kind of interesting in that it has multiple places to go. It originally turned into a chest plate. However, it no longer can do that. What I like to do is peg it onto here. Or no, where let's see. It really can go anywhere. I'm gonna put it here, I guess. I'll put it there. Hold that back on the claw arm. But yeah, there is Stellarus in his beefed up upgrade kit mode. Ooh. Articulation doesn't really change much. Though the knee bend is now shifts the combat boot. You do have to be a little careful with that. Legs also lose some of their back motion. The arms don't really change that much, but yeah. This is the first of 2 dethroned AU primes I have so far. The second one will come out in a future video. But yeah, that's all I have for today. Again, I apologize for taking so long to upload again. Took longer than I wanted it to, but I'm back. I'll try to keep uploading more. And keep an eye out, because there will be a special video coming out this weekend. Tomorrow, specifically. With that, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Leave a comment if you want me to review any official Transformers figures, or if you'd like to see a Titan coming in a future video. Bye for now, so I'll see you all in the next one.